Kathy Lanzalaco from Inspire Careers here with another episode of Job Seeker Spotlight, the video podcast series where I bring you job seekers. I introduce them to the market, allow you to glimpse into their world, into their skills and their personalities, and perhaps help you see if they'd be a good fit for your organization. And today, I am really excited to bring to you Sabina Aguirre. Hi, Sabina.
Hi, Kathy.
All right, Sabina, let me introduce her a little bit, and then we're going to talk about why she's so fabulous. So Sabina is a graduate of The Ohio State University, and she has a degree in arts management. Originally from the Schenectady area, she now is living in Columbus, Ohio. And while she does go back and forth, and she loves New York City, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about that. She is a traveling girl. She is willing to relocate for the right job opportunity. But for right now, she is in the beautiful state of Ohio. So welcome to the interview, Sabina. It's great to see you here today.
It's great to see you too, Kathy.
All right, so why don't we just start out like every interview? And every time you go somewhere, you networking, it always starts out by, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I am a graduate from Ohio State University. I graduated with an arts management degree, which is, for anyone who doesn't know, since it's a new degree, it's a degree in anything from like financial planning for the arts all the way to like actual cultural programming and networking and all that fun stuff. I focus a lot on nonprofit work because it's something I'm personally really passionate about. I love helping my community and I love doing anything I can to help people around me. So yeah, it's a really fun degree and I'm really glad I got it.
All right. Now, let's talk a little bit about what you plan to do with it. So the reason we're working together and the reason we're doing this interview is because we want to let people know that you are ready to work. You're out there in the job market. You've begun a job search. Talk to us a little bit about the type of work you want to do. You mentioned nonprofits. What kind of nonprofits? What kind of work do you actually want to do? Give us an idea of some of the things that you're interested in and where your talents lie, where you can add value.
Of course. I love any sort of cultural programming work. I have experience previously with my classmates running cultural programs for things like arts fundraisers and doing things like fundraising in general for arts organizations in our area, as well as just for general nonprofits. We've raised money for like a homeless shelter here locally. So any sort of work where we're doing cultural programming or anything involving arts or any sort of programming really to better the community around us and help people on the ground is really important to me. I also really love cultural protection work. So anything like ensuring people can see culture and have that culture safe for years to come is super important to me.
That's really interesting because I generally, people don't talk a lot about that, but it's fascinating because I think since the pandemic several years ago, there has seemed to be more of a push on that type of thing. Like we've really grown to appreciate that more. I love that you're involved in that and you're highly interested in that.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's a super important thing. I think especially with the popularity of media, it's easy to get lost in the past and forget kind of where we come from. And I think culture is just an extremely important thing to protect.
I love it. And speaking of culture, is it fair to tell people that you are bilingual as well, correct?
I am. I speak 5 languages is what I'll go with here.
I wanted to be conservative, but I do know you have a lot of gifts there. So let's talk about that a minute.
Yeah, it's a fun thing. I grew up going to a magnet school in Schenectady, New York, where we were lucky enough to have a Chinese program. So I took Chinese, specifically Mandarin, from 1st grade to 6th grade. And then I took French from 7th to I graduated high school. And I grew up speaking Spanish and English. My father's from Mexico, so it was something important to me. And in college, I took Japanese. So I really like learning languages, and I think it's something super fun to do.
Which is awesome for the kind of work you want to do.
Yes, 100%. It definitely helps me reach out to people and make those connections more so too as well.
Tell us a little about your internship at Roy G. Biv.
Yeah, so Roy G. Biv is a nonprofit art gallery that focuses on helping out emerging artists. So any artists who aren't like super established in the gallery scene, they were going to basically give them a space to show their art for the first time. And specifically, I worked on everything in the gallery from putting up art to shows to managing sales and even like events management. So we did occasionally host events in the gallery space, as well as every Friday, once a month, we would host a gallery walk all over the area in Columbus where we do this. So it's Franklin and Columbus for people who know. And people would come in and tour our gallery, meet the artists, do a bunch of networking, and really just have a great time seeing art and celebrating the artists.
Love it. Love it. I love that you have that direct experience. And look, we know these jobs are more scarce, right? You don't want to go into general business or, administration. Like, this is your passion, working for nonprofits and cultural work. So there are less opportunities, though, out there. However, as we said, you are casting a pretty wide net in terms of the nonprofit and the cultural piece. You're willing to relocate. Let's talk about what else makes you the person to hire. There may be other young people out there who want those similar jobs, but you've got a lot going for you. Why you, Sabina? Why should they hire you?
Yeah, I say I am honestly a pretty awesome communicator. Not to hype myself up too much, but I really love talking to people and connecting. And I spent a lot of my time in college doing that sort of project development and all those presentations and everything. And I found out that I really love it. I love just meeting people and connecting with them in any way that I can. And I've been lucky enough to meet some amazing people in my time, make some brilliant connections with people who I'm very grateful for. So I think that's definitely my strongest point is I'm very good at knowing people and meeting with them.
I will go back to the multilingual piece, right, too. You have the ability to connect with people on that level. And I will also tell you, we've been working together long enough to know that you are a great communicator. You are a lot of fun. You are an open book. You are an open person. And you're fun to be around. So I think all of those things are going to suit you very well.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. It's very sweet.
Yeah, well, that's true. It's true. I wouldn't say it. I don't have to say it. I say it because it's true. So, okay. So we're tying up our time together here. If somebody wants to get in touch with you to see your fabulous new resume and to talk to you about an opportunity at their organization, how can they reach you, Sabina?
Yeah, I have my email and my LinkedIn. I'm very active all the time. So, woo.
All right. We will drop your email. We will drop your LinkedIn profile here. Take a look because it's completely optimized. It's looking great. You can learn a lot. And then you can hopefully connect with someone and get the conversation going. All right. Thank you for being with us today, Sabina. Appreciate it. Listen, you want to learn more about Sabina, check out the links here. But there are a lot of wonderful things that you can learn from Sabina. She's got a lot more to tell you. We just didn't have the time to do it today. So we're going to tie it up. This is another episode of Inspire Careers Job Seeker Spotlight. And until we meet again to talk about another great idea and present another great candidate, live inspired.